Hey guys, so today we're going to be doing the newbie booktube tag. I'm so excited to do this. Although I'm not too new to YouTube, I've had my videos up for about a year or so, I still want to do this tag because I do a lot of videos on books. So if you see me looking down, it's because I have the questions down here on my laptop. This already gives away an answer that I have for one of the questions. But yes, let's go ahead and get right into it. First question, why did you start this channel? Okay, so the first question, why did you start this channel? So obviously, not obviously, but I think it's a lot of fun to film yourself and to kind of capture a lot of memories that you can go back and look on. I love that medium of like videography. I love watching a lot of TV and a lot of movies, and that's just the thing that I love to do. I used to be very into taking videos, or the idea of video capturing as a kid, so I really wanted to transition to like YouTube. Yeah, there are a ton of movies that show people always like filming themselves, and depending on the movie itself, it's like you see it like grainy or picturesque or cinematic style. Things are in black and white, so it just seems like such an adventurous way to capture memories. Another reason why I started this channel is because I really wanted a place, of course, to document my reading journey and my book journeys and keep myself a little bit more accountable. You know, if I said that I would do something as far as like a TBR maybe, then I can go back and check to see if I've actually met that goal. So really that's why. And I also want to kind of create a little bit of a community down here where you know, I can talk to people about books or life or anything really. And yeah. Okay, so question number 2, what are some fun and unique things that you could bring to BookTube? I think one of the things that I haven't really seen in other videos too often are the different mediums of like a video. So I incorporate a lot of clips of my TV shows and films that I absolutely enjoy and love inside of my videos. If I have something to reference as far as like a quotable type of thing, then I will add it in there. I would like to think that I'm pretty quirky and humorous and very animated, and I like to think that that's something that I could bring to BookTube. Yeah, so it's not like a traditional BookTube channel where you're just doing like reviews or reading vlogs and this and that. It's a little bit more so of my life with books in it. Something that I do often is cooking at things that I find in the books. I call it the cooking book. I haven't officially said that in any videos, but yeah, if I find like, for example, if I was reading Narnia, I try to do the Turkish delight. If I'm doing Harry Potter, I try to cook something from the Wizarding World. If I'm doing, you know, maybe a book in Hawaii, maybe we might try a recipe there. But yeah, that's something kind of different that I try to bring into my channel. And I don't know if I haven't seen enough videos to see that other people are doing it, but that's something that I've done. What are you most excited for about this new channel? So besides the fact that I would be able to speak to all of you guys who might have clicked on it and who might have left me a comment, I really am excited about, you know, the community, of course, that community aspect of speaking to different people and just learning about the way that people think and, you know, what their ideas and thought processes are on different books and different subjects that I might be bringing to the channel. I definitely feel like with each video, I break out in my little introverted shell that I definitely am in. I'm sure a lot of booktubers are traditionally very introverted. And one day I might just do a video based on my MTBI, you know, Myers-Briggs test results, so look out for that video. But yeah, I really am just excited to keep posting videos and see where it leads me really. Number 4, why do you love reading? Just like most people, I feel like for me, it's 2 particular things. I love reading because it's very educational and you just become a little bit wiser and a little bit smarter depending on what you're reading, you know what I mean? Because sometimes if you read certain things, I don't think you're really going to be grasping a lot of what life has to offer if you stick to one particular kind of genre or, you know, one type of book. But education is number 1, and then number 2 is escapism. So I absolutely love just going into a world where the author has created a lot of details for us that, you know, enrich in the story and make us love these characters, you know what I mean? So I guess, you know, the best kind of book is when you look up, whether it's nonfiction or fiction, you look up and you realize, oh snap, I'm just in my living room, I'm just in my bedroom, but I was inside somewhere else. Like my mind went somewhere else because, you know, I was reading. Oh, right. So question number 5, what book or book series got you into reading? I guess it has to be a children's book because that's when you start, you know, reading pretty much. So I would say Mark Brown's Arthur series, of course, very influential and very fun and beautifully illustrated. I love Amelia Bedelia, and I absolutely love Roald doll. His works are amazing. You got Matilda, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Mr. Fantastic and the Fox. I can't get that title right, but you know the one. You have James and the Giant Peach, The Twits. Did I say Matilda? I love Matilda. God, that would be one of the movies that definitely got me into reading for sure. I will tell you that, and that's my question on the tag. But yeah, I absolutely love those. And just as a bonus, something else that really got me into reading, there used to be these like Walt Disney classics that I owned, and I think I still might have some somewhere in my collection in my bookshelf of different Disney like stories. For example, I remember Aristocats and Peter Pan and 101 Dalmatians were beautifully written, and I absolutely loved digesting those and reading them over and over and over again. Oh, and a very big bonus that I used to love. So everything is a children's book, because the question is, what book or series got you into reading? That would have been Who Put the Pepper in the Pot? Yeah, so for example, one of these, you see, Pocahontas. Yeah, I've only seen that movie once, by the way. I need to rewatch it. But yeah, there's a whole series of these Disney classics. You got Alice in Wonderland, Aladdin, which I've never seen. You guys, I need to do Atlas in a Jar, Atlas reacts kind of thing with certain Disney movies, because I have not touched certain things, and I'm like, I need to get on with it. I need to be part of the, you know, the crew. I need to know what's going on out there. But yeah, those are some of the books that really thrusted me and propelled me into the reading world, and it just only got better and better from then on. Sorry if the light keeps changing, you guys. I'm dealing with the sun. The sun is also a star. That's a book I have read. Anyway, so the next question, number 6. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I have several booktubers that I follow and that I really enjoy. I love the toned down and peaceful, calm ones. And I do love the excited and hyperbolic ones as well. Very colorful and exciting people here on BookTube, and very moody, like low brow and just like, you know, dark, vampiric, dark academic YouTubers as well who do booktube. But yeah, I have numerous booktubers that I really enjoy, and you might find a comment on some people's videos here and there. But what questions would I ask the booktuber? I don't know if I have any questions. Yeah, I don't really have any questions I would ask booktubers, but I guess the question I could ask anybody else, and you guys could totally leave your comment below, please. I need to know, DC or Marvel? Just gotta adjust, you know, gets a little, just a tiny bit. Alrighty, next question. Number 7. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? I guess meeting deadlines, you guys. Oh my goodness. That's pretty hard. Getting videos out. Also making sure that you read the content that you said you were going to read. You know, it's like, oh, you're gonna read Shakespeare, and you're gonna read an American classic, and you're gonna read a war novel, historical romance, historical fiction, nonfiction. It's like, are you actually gonna get to your goals? Are you gonna meet those deadlines? That would be the hardest thing to overcome, or the hardest challenge that, you know, you would have to overcome in regards to your booktube channel. Trust me, I know it, because I went on a hiatus that I did not expect, because it's like, oh, you gotta juggle life. Oh no. Question number 8, when did you start reading? Right out the womb, man. I don't know, as soon as I started, as soon as I could. Yeah, I started reading as soon as I was able to, and I feel like I excelled at it. I did. Like, yeah, so as soon as I could, my mom, she used to take us to the library often. I didn't mean a lot. That would be the spot. That's the cool spot, the library. Okay, we would just be able to go through all of these rows of beautiful shelves of just books and books and books. And fortunately, I had a library right next door to my childhood home that I could just walk on over to. As soon as I get in there, I go straight for, you know, whatever section I wanted to. It would usually be, of course, the cookbooks. I used to love the cookbooks and the children's section where you have different little stories that you never heard of, and you just check them out. Not the baby books, of course, but you know, anything that seemed of consequence or interesting. And even, goodness, as a kid, I was like picking up books on politics. Like I remember picking up The Audacity of Hope, is it, by Barack Obama? So it's really funny. I picked anything, like Matilda, like, no thanks, I can manage.
No thank you, I'm sure I can manage.
So I just had a variety of things that I used to just gravitate towards. It would be the whole library. Anything that looked interesting, I grabbed it. But yeah, I started reading right out the bat, and I haven't looked back since then. And look at that, now I have somewhat of a booktube channel. All right, question number 9. Where do you read? If I'm in the shower, I read. If I'm in bed, I read. If I'm in the kitchen, I read. If I'm in the bathroom, I read.
If it's blue, I name it blue. If it's red, I name it red. If it's a girl, I name it...
Oh my God, son.
Okay, I read everywhere, but I guess the 2 main spaces that I really do most of my reading would be in bed, like most people, and on a big, comfy couch or sofa chair, like a reading chair. You know, your classic reading nook, your traditional sofa chair. And I call that one the Slughorn. That is definitely one of my favorite places to read. Alrighty, so question number 10. What kind of books do you like to read? Just about everything. I just did a book haul video a couple weeks back, and I mentioned towards the very end that I love a good amount of variety in my literature and my reading. So I read just about everything. It doesn't matter to me as long as it's good, informative, and just beautiful and interesting. So I will read middle grade, elementary school, children's book, children's literature. It doesn't matter if it's Winnie the Pooh to Shel Silverstein to Charles Dickens to Dostoevsky to Tolstoy to Herman Melville, Mary Shelley. I'm just naming authors now, but it really doesn't matter if it's like a book from Barack Obama to JFK to a book from Nicholas Sparks, even if that's very controversial, to James Patterson, The Help. It doesn't matter. I literally am just spouting out things. Frankenstein, I said Mary Shelley already. She's just the one that's popping up in my head because I just did a book haul on that. But yeah, just about everything under the sun. It really doesn't matter of all, what does the circus say? I just read just about everything under the sun. And if it ain't good, I will DNF it, because we have better things to do than waste our time reading stories that don't capture the heart, that don't captivate the heart. How cheesy. Okay, and then question 11, which is sometimes done apparently. What does your book collection look like? Exactly what I said. So I don't have any books here to really showcase you, but I'm gonna list off a few titles just so you can kind of get the range that I really work with. So I can do things like autobiographies about anyone, okay? It could be a celebrity, it could be a scientist, it could be about a writer, it could be about a mathematician, an engineer, a doctor, anybody, okay? So autobiographies and biographies, those are invaluable. They're just precious. They really are precious. I love Mitch Albom. He's one of my favorite authors. His voice, not just his voice, meaning like his audible voice when you hear him, but his stories are just so heartfelt and so emotionally driven. They're so like motivating in regards to like how you should treat other humans. They are just so meaningful and beautiful. He's one of my favorites, really. I love Mitch Albom so much, and I hope one day I can just kind of do a Maury's World kind of thing where I go through all of his works in one video, because he's one of the big influencers for me in reading. Because in high school I read Tuesdays with Maury. If you guys have never read that, it is a tearjerker, and it is based on it's nonfiction because it is real. Please check that one out, and I'm sure you'll find it at a thrift store because it's very popular. So yeah, he just reminds me of like a beautiful lake. Really, his work just reminds me of a beautiful lake that just, I don't know. I'm just talking. Who else do I do? I have a lot of classics, so it doesn't matter, like gothic, romance. I have people from the 1800s, older, even Shakespearean work. The Bible is a big thing. I have Tolkien in my collection, which I haven't gotten to. I don't know how many different times I can say Frankenstein, but that one is so good. Frankenstein is so good. The Picture of Dorian Gray. I have Selznick, which is a children's writer. I have Shel Silverstein, A. Milne. Winnie the Pooh. What else? Patterson. I have Nicholas Sparks. I have so many books that I can't even think of right now. But yeah, political books. I have, you know, just everything that you could think of. I have stuff from Nicola Yoon, which is a little bit of a modern take. If you guys ever read Everything or The Sun Is Also a Star, you guys. Of course, I have Twilight. Yeah, And you'll see Twilight definitely pop up on my shelves. But yeah, I have so many different authors and different genres that make me so happy and content and just really pleased to read, you know? And I have a lot of randos. I have a lot of randos. If the title looks good and the dust jacket looks great as far as the summary, I will grab it. And for the most part, I do shop at thrift stores because I just think that that's the best way to go, because books can be pricey, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I just want to throw that in. But yeah, I really hope that you guys learned a little bit something about me and my channel and how things kind of operate here. I am so happy I finally got to do this newbie booktube tag, and I cannot wait to post other bookish content for the rest of the year and beyond. So definitely like the video if you did, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys down below in the comments so we can engage in conversation. All right, you guys take care, and thank you so much again for watching. Bye.